everyone, it's Tammy, and today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this Sunburst card. Isn't it cute? I just really like this effect. I hadn't ever done this before, so I was kind of excited about it. So what you need is a card base, and in this case I'm going to use Very Vanilla, and then this uses scraps of cards, which is just fabulous. I used a 6x6 paper pad that I had for my card, and then I'm using a separate 6x6 paper pad that I have for your card, but both of them are old and they're both Stampin' Up! Cards, or paper packs, but they're retired long ago. So I also used a doily, and then I also used one just piece of paper from the paper stack for the base. And I don't know if I got one of those out. I don't think that I did, but here, now I have one. So let me cut this one down to size for the base. So I'm going to make this, okay, I went 1/4 of an inch. So 4, by 5 1/4. I was looking at it because I was thinking that that meant that this had to go this way, but I can use the other side. That's what I love about these, is that they're all double-sided and very nice. So there's that. I'm going to put this card over here. So I'm going to put that up here. And then I also want this cut. Let me move all of my little scraps over. I'm going to cut this one down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm just making sure it's 5 1/2. Oh, it's already cut at 5 1/2. Okay, good. So I'm just going to cut it at 4 1/4. By 5 1/2, and this is going to be the base of the card. So I'll have these 2 layers on top of this layer, and the bottom layer is going to fit perfectly on the front of the card, so there's no Very Vanilla, or there's no vanilla showing. So it'll look like that. And then I'm going to take, so I've already done a lot of this. You need a total of 3 different pieces of double-sided cardstock, and these are all 6 inches because I got it from a 6x6 pad. And then what I'm going to do, and they're 6x2, so each one of these is 2 inches. And then I saved this one so I can show you what to do. You take your cardstock and you put, or your designer series, your pattern paper, and you put 1/4 in the where it's going to, in the cut line here, and the other corner in the cut line down here. So you're going to cut it in half at a diagonal. Oops, that's a score line. Silly. So now I have 2 halves that look like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my distressed ink. I'm using frayed burlap. And this is totally optional. I just like the look. And this one is actually already kind of frayed looking, or you know, kind of already antiqued up a little just because of the paper, the design on it. But I'm just adding a little bit, and I'm going to do one of each side. I could have picked a design that didn't have the same pattern in it as the background, but that's okay. I just won't use this one on one of the 2 ends. So you really only need 6, well, gosh, it's hard to say. You really only need 3 2-inch squares, because that's 1, this is 2, and this is 3, but cut them in half and you have a total of 6, and that's all you need. Now in this card I used a doily, and I may use that for this card too. I just wanted to see how it would look. So what I like to do is take this piece, and I'm going to just have this out, and I'm going to take my glue, and I know I want to start about right here, and I'm just going to take my glue and just run it up and down where I know I'm going to want to start. And then I'm going to take one that has a straight line here, and I'm just going to put it down. Well, actually, I don't want to put it that far down. I want to put it, I want to put it on the page so that it sticks up here and down here. And actually, you know what, that's not true. put it so that the point is at the bottom, or wherever you want the starburst to come from. You want the point to be wherever the starburst is. If you wanted the starburst to come from the side of the card, you could, or the middle of this side, or whatever. You can have the starburst wherever you want, but you want that. And I'm starting with this one because it's straight. And you're going to need different lengths because by the time we get over here, this piece is way longer than what is needed for this piece. So hopefully that makes sense, and I didn't do a very good job of starting it out. What I do is I make all of the cards, and then I tape a bunch at a time. So it's been kind of, I'm sorry. I'll just leave it at that. I'm going to go ahead and put this one next. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue down here. And I'm going to butt this one up next to it. And put the point about in the same spot. Just butt them next to each other. And there you go. And if you have to overlap, that's absolutely fine. It won't hurt a thing to overlap. So then I'm going to do, and actually at the end here, we're going to have to overlap. So I'm going to just put some glue here. And I'm just kind of filling up the page now at this point, because then you can just kind of get to layering. Now that you guys kind of know how to do it. And I want to leave a little bit here because there's going to be a little bit of room right there too. So then I'm just going to take the next one, and this glue dries quickly, so I'm going to work kind of quickly. And just put that there. And then I'm going to go here and put this one here. And then finally, I really only need one more on this one, so I have an extra piece. But I'm going to take this one, and I want this to be straight at the bottom. So I'm more worried about it being straight at the bottom than I am butting up against. So I'm just going straight at the bottom. A little fuzz from my sweater. And there we go. So there's the basic sunburst. And then you can see on the back how there's a lot of extra. All you do is take your scissors, preferably long ones, and just give it a haircut at the line. So there we go. Now all of this is, in my head, trash. And you can do whatever you'd like over here. I know that I've seen some that put like a rosette, or some put a little stamped image of a little animal or a critter or a person or a hello or whatever you want. I'm kind of into the keeping it simple. And I think I'm just going to put a little doily again because I really liked how that looked. So I have these really pretty doilies. And I have off-white and I have white. And I'm going to use one of these smaller off-white ones. And the problem with the doilies is that I can't ever get just one. And I know that there's more than one here. And it's very crazy to me. Is that one? I may have done it. Sorry guys, I shouldn't be taking this long checking. Okay, I guess if I can't tell by now, it's good. And if it's two, then so be it. Okay, so I'm going to put this about right here. And then what I did with that one, I'll show you because I'll do the same with this one. So I'm just going to put some tape or some glue here. And then I'm going to stick this down where I want it, and then I'll go in and I'll put a little bit of glue around the top part. I just didn't know where that was going to be, and because it's a doily, you have to kind of be careful when you're placing the glue. I mean, this glue dries clear and it's great, but I still don't want to have glops of glue all over it. And then all you need to do is give it another haircut. And I could possibly use this piece for something else. I can see me using this for something. Look, there's two. I knew there were. I could see me using that half of sheet for something, but I really don't think I would use this for anything else. So I thought, well, why not use this too? And I can put it right here on top, and it just kind of gives it another neat effect, and it makes it a little less see-through. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to take my glue, and I'm just going to dab it around here. And then I can just put it right on top of that one. And I just think that looks really cool. Yeah, I like it. So now I'm going to just take my regular adhesive and I'm going to put it on top of this cardstock. And then I'm going to take this and put it right on top of the card base. Now this one again fits right on top, so there's no extra space around it. And then I'll crisp up the edge with my bone folder. Yeah, that one only used 5 because I still have an extra. That's weird. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I guess I would use 5 too. I don't know what I was thinking. So there we go. That is the card. You could put a bow, you could do whatever you wanted, but I kind of just like it just like this. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for next week for another tutorial. I hope you're liking this series. Have a great day. Bye-bye.